Can I have your attention please for one more time? Sharon, what do you prefer as a student? Do you prefer traditional learning or situated learning? You can answer that later in the middle of our discussion. Okay. I am the last presenter of the group 1 and the last psychological basis, Jean Lake situated learning. I am your presenter, Ms. Stacy Lapine from the BSLTV. Our learning objectives at the end of the lesson, students will be able to define Jean Lake situated learning, differentiate traditional and situated learning, and attain the key features of situated learning. Before we delve into the deeper discussion of my topic, let us know first the introduction or the overview of my topic. Jean Lake situated learning is a pedagogical approach, which means it is how the teachers teaches that emphasize learning through authentic, which means original and real-world experiences. Unlike traditional classroom settings, it prioritizes active participation and collaborative problem solving within relevant context. And with this introduction, makahint na mo kung unsay pasabot sa situated learning. Let us know first who is Jean Lake. Jean Lake was an American anthropologist who revolutionized our understanding of learning. Born in 1939, she dedicated her career to studying how people acquire knowledge in real-world settings, challenging traditional views of learning as solitary passive process. When we say solitary passive process, this is learning alone without engaging in any active participation. Kanang ikaw lang, like reading books nga wala kay mapapatanan bitaw, imo lang.
Self-study.
When we say the definition of situated learning is an instructional approach, which means a teaching methods developed by Jean Lake and Etienne Wanger in French. The early 1990s who claimed that students are more inclined to learn by actively participating in the learning experience. Do you agree nga ang mga estudyante ko no mas kanang eager bitaw makahibaw kung actual nila nga buhaton?
Yes.
Actual.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Situated learning essentially is a matter of creating meaning from the real activities of daily living, where learners, of course, relative to the teaching environment. Learning, of course, best when it takes place in a context in which it is applied. Students should act in an apprentice capacity within communities of practice where learning opportunities arise situationally. Like for example, ang bata, ganahan makakatun bitaw o luto. And with the help of parents, with the help of observation, kalamang asking questions, dili lang ang bata makahibaw kung sa'y recipe ana, kung dili, makahibaw ang bata kung giunsa o unsaon pagluto. Parihaan ay gapuan mo sa special education.
Yes.
Kanang sa sud sa classroom is na ay murag balay lahi-lahi o ka na ay kanang core cooking, na ay kanang sala-sala, na ay playground. That is because for the learners ko kanang na-experience nila in real life kung unsay naa sa kanang specific nga mga areas. Like manilhig, magluto-luto, and sa parang pagbuwa, may ngana. And the purpose of situated learning for students is to bridge the gap or to connect the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application. When we say theoretical knowledge, and kani siya ang mga refers to the knowledge that we gain through maminaw, through kanang reading books, and through formal education. While practical application, we all know that from the word application, this refers to the knowledge that we apply in our daily lives, or day-to-day lives. And the goal of situated learning that is to translate directly and to improve performance and competence in the learner's chosen field. This involves not only acquiring knowledge, but also developing critical thinking, problem solving, and collaborative skills. This means dili lang bitaw pag-memorize, but also to have critical thinking kay ang estudyante kung na-memorize lang ilang buhaton, do you think ba kanang nakasabot jud sila? Ma-apply ba nila, di ba dili? But with mga develop na sila critical thinking, problem solving, with this, ang ilang mga na-experience through kanang like mo visit kanang usa ka teacher nga imong gi-allow ang mga estudyante like field trips or mo atong mga museum sa inyong history subject, and by that sa inyong kanang pag-adto sa museum, makita dito sa estudyante kung unsay na sa museum. Kung kuan na siya diri dapita unsang kanyang tabo sa una or the background of that history. There are 4 key features of situated learning, and the first one is based on social-cultural theory. Situated learning theory adapts a social-cultural perspective on learning, viewing knowledge as something defined and agreed upon within a specific society or community. Like as future educators, di ba kita dili lang ta magkanang observe, dili lang ta maminaw sa maestra, but kita po ma-experience kung sa gibuhat sa maestra visa kanang front sa like kanang demo, like kanang reporting or oral. Kay kuan situated learning is learning by doing. And the second key features of situated learning is learning should take place in communities of practice. Learning is most effective when it occurs within a community of practice. When we say communities of practice, this refers to the group of people with the same goal, with the same interest, and with the same profession. Okay, do you think ba usa ka estudyante isagol sa lain nga dili pareha og goal, dili pareha interest, do you think ba mo-grow?
No, mag-individual na sila.
Di ba dili? And ang attitude and situated learning is learning through interaction. So by kanang sharing common goal, kanang like naay kanang group activity, like history niya, kanang mag-report sa tubang about kanang World War. Then by groupings, same budget mo common goal, same budget mo interest, mabahin-bahin ninyo di mo magkauliyang. Kay, dinabangay man, pareha man mo nagkas kanang sa nag-away. Interaction and communication with others help learners understand societal values and perspective on information. Three, learners start out as legitimate peripheral participants. Leib and Wanger proposed that learning should follow an apprenticeship model where learners begin as peripheral participants. When we say peripheral participants, these are it refers to someone nga kanang apil siya sa work pero gamay ra ang hatag nga task. Ang example ano kay new employee. Diba kung bago pa nakahatagan makabukat nga kanang task, diba dili mo observe pa na, mangutana pa na kung saan niya tagaan pa nag-task nga mga gagmay lang. And like peripheral participant. Pero kung magdi ka dugay, mapakato na siya kung unsa on ang mga bukat nga kanang mga buhaton. That's why legitimate peripheral participants. And also the best example sa ani para sa ato is, di ba mag-third year ta. Then sa second sem is mag-LS ta. Muna best example dyan ani kay asa ato sa school nga tumatuan mag-observe pa ta first. But yang ato pang tanawon anak kay kung unsa ang teacher sa ato ba man sa gibuhat niya mga ways to attract the kanang learners kung unsa pa. And sa katima sa di ba naatay gikuan nga kanang sa third year na sila sa demo hapit na matima ang klase. That's why kanang tagaan na sila o kanang dagko or dagko mga buluhaton bitaw kay bawo naman ang teacher nga na-under nila nga kay bawo na sila mo buhat sa ilaha nga part. Number 4, learners slowly become full members of the community of practice. Through active participation and interaction, learners gradually transition from peripheral roles to full members of the community of practice. Like, student teacher. Di ba, kung sa kanang legitimate peripheral, kuhaan pa siya dito FS. Pero dili, gitagaan na yun siya o siya na dyan ang mo tudlo. Kung baga, ang katong teacher na lang ang mo, kuhaan po dito, mo serve sa imuha. And let us differentiate traditional learning versus situated learning. When we say traditional learning, can you please read?
Words or abstract, out of context, experiences such as lectures and books.
And situated learning, can you all read?
Means learning through real-world experiences and context.
When we say traditional, the main actor is the teacher. While the situated learning is the experience. The things that they do in their field. There are 4 applications for classroom practice. Some ways educators can use SLT include school excursions. When we say excursions outside the regular classroom, like field trips, mga ingana. Students participate in internships or mentorship roles within the local community to enhance experiential learning. This involves shadowing professionals and their daily work. Kaya in excursions, makahelp mo siya sa teacher kay kato akong gingon na nga historical subject. And add nila sa kanang museum, makakita sila like ang inyong giatuan is mga tools kita gigamit from war. And with that, di ba ang kanang museum is naay kanang murag pwede nimo pangutan or na mga nakabutang kung unsay unsa nila paggamit ang kanang mga tools or unsa nga mga tactics nga ilang gigamit to conquer that kind of war. And schools incursion, when we say school incursion, it is inside the classroom where the one member or kanang mga outside person wala sa school like kanang speaker mga ingana to give knowledge sa mga students to them to kanang like climate change mga kanang usa daw kanang mga symposium makahibaw sila kung unsa to ang mga gipan kanang unsaon to kag kanang overcome mga problems or unsaon paglikay ang mga problems. Learning through doing. This approach emphasizes project or phenomenon-based learning where students learn by tackling real-world problem-solving tasks instead of solely relying on textbooks. The best way ani sa mga teachers is to give like sa inyong science, katong ingon ni Mr. Nino nga tagaan mo experiments or mga real-world scenario like volcanic eruption nga makita dyan sa mga tao kung unsa ang kanang volcanic eruption nga laing ana manaan behind of that kanang causes and act as mentor. We teachers, we are the 3 M's. The mentors, the molder, and the model. Educators adopt a mentorship role guiding students as apprentices in their practice. Dili man pwede nga ato lang silang pabayaan. Kay, do you think ba kung wala inyong tabang, wala inyong presensya din sa classroom, makakato ng bata?
Dili.
Di ba, dili? Kay, ang buwan mo, ang teacher, dako o gamit. Teacher, maulit mo rin ng mentor. And let's talk about benefits and limitations. Let's talk about the advantages. Situated learning theory has the following advantages. A focus on social learning. Situated learning theory has its core the belief that learning must be social. Kaya through social, makihalubilo ka, like group projects, ma-encourage ni mo sa kagtao nga magbuhat na nga. Like naka-classmate, niya imo siya kagupo. Niya, kanang classmate kay introvert, niya, dili siya hilig makihalubilo bitaw. Niya, by grouping, matabangan ninyo usap-usap to boost their confidence. That's why ang muna yung advantage sa situated learning. Links learning to life. Students are shown how the knowledge they're learning is relevant to their real lives. Ang mga na-experience, like here lang sa schools, di ba, sa school, ang mga na-experience na to, di lang kay problema, di ba, stress. Then in our real life, problem solving. In real life, kung makabagatag mga bugat nga kanang like, dili nimo kaya i-coop up, pero dili man kaya sa school na buhat nimo nga kanang problema. Ato po sa outside, kabaw ka mo kanang mo-offer ka mga nga problema. And kato akong gingon kanina ka mo adto sa history or sa museum. Di ba, maka-learn ang estudyante dito, niya ma-apply po niya sa iyang self nga, oh my gosh, yung aning di ay ni, kanan, yung na ang mga nahitabo apply niyo sa iyong self. And sa kanang field trips like kanang adto zoo. Di ba sa zoo, sa zoo? Animals. Pagkain ng animals.
Ang monkey.
Jampol.
Agay.
Mga different kinds of animals. Mammals.
Yes, very good. That's why our learning is related to our daily lives or our learnings. Last one is learning must be active. In situated learning, students learn through active approaches such as project-based learning. Through this one, kanang active bitaw ang bata. Dili lang kay, di ba, ang kalahian naman sa traditional kay ang maestra lecture, dili lang po ang bata sa traditional is mabasa lang libro. And this situated learning kay based on experience man, learning by doing. Kuan, sa tagaan mo based, kanang project-based learning, kanang mga activities nga makarelate sila, maganahan sila, di ba ang estudyante kay mura mo-boast ilang pagka-attentive ba? Nahinga na. Muna advantages sa SLT or students, kanang situated learning theory. And there are also, kung na-ay advantages, na-avoid disadvantages. Failure to acknowledge objectivity. Unlike cognitive constructivism, LLT doesn't acknowledge that people can learn objective knowledge through the independent study. Kung anong God murag, na banggaan bitaw niya ang independent study, an individual, dira na doon, murag mag-rely na lang, magkuha na lang sa kagawad, ingana, kanang mga kagrupo. And clearly, people can learn without social interaction. Kay mata pa sa traditional, makakatun man ang tao without social interaction, with the help of the people. Kaya pa matanong. So this theory does not fully account for how learning happens. And the second one, disadvantages of SLT, failure to acknowledge creative individuality. Sama sa akong giingon nga, ang like namin ito sa groupings, dili pa pagka-assure nga ay muhang idea. Sa lang nga, specific nga na bigay, di ba? Mo pa di ang nakakuha na ng SLT. Creativity requires thinking in ways that are new and not normal within social groups, whereas SLT encourages learning socially agreed upon information and processes. Creativity and individuality are driving forces behind social progress. Creative people come up with alternative ways of completing tasks or new technologies that make life more efficient and prosperous. Okay, to conclude, can you all read?
Jean Lee's situated learning theory provides a valuable framework for understanding how learning occurs with the real-world context. By emphasizing the crucial roles of social interaction, authentic experiences, and practical participation in communities of practice, it challenges traditional individualistic models of learning, while acknowledging limitations such as potential bias and difficulties in assessment. The theory's strength offers significant opportunities to design more effective and engaging learning environments that foster deep understanding and prepare learners for success in global studies.
Jean Lee's situated learning is kanang wala lang ay di combine, datuita akong gingon nga theoretical and practical application. Dapat ko siya mo combine kay without ko the knowledge nga gi-lecture sa kanang maestra dili man pud nimo pag mo ba kung unsay mo apply, dapat balance lang. And that's all. And if wa mo pasagot, pwede ra mo makita dahil sa references, makita ninyo kung asa na ako ipamukha ang mga ibang input questions.